in about, I guess 18 and a half minutes from right now, episode 1101 will be posting onto YouTube. And some of you will actually be watching it in about 20 minutes from right now. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these 8K specials. It's just sort of a fun thing for me. And this afternoon and probably into this evening, the plan is to just get the little parts for the plane. You'll remember I was saying that some of the parts, I thought there might be a chance we might get them mixed up, but I'm realizing now that this is the landing gear. And surely I should be able to figure out how it goes on. I don't know why I didn't recognize it as the landing gear before, because, well, maybe it's because this is a seaplane, and you don't think of it as having landing gear and pontoons on the wings at the same time. But anyway, it did, and we'll stick it on, add to the detail, I guess. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to paint the little tires black. They wouldn't have been gray, they would have been black. Anyway, let's recompose here and nip off some parts. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you knew that this was coming, right? Now, for those of you who can't read upside down, you can do one of two things. You can either stand on your head in front of your monitor, or you can turn your iPad upside down. This might be where watching this on an iPad is an advantage. I almost threw it in the wrong tin. Almost. Now, of all the parts on this sprue or fret, I would think that probably this one here, P1, is the one that a person could make the easiest mistake on. Okay, so this is the part we need, and this right here is waste. The joint is right here. Actually, if you turn this over, you can see it a little clearer on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut as close as reasonably possible to the sprue here. Then I'm going to trim it off later. See if I can turn that over and show it to you here. There. Yeah, you can kind of see how it's supposed to go. Well, I guess if I... Wait a minute, I'll just turn it a little different here. Okay. And these wingtip floats, we don't want to accidentally cut off those little connections that have to go up into the wing, I imagine. Now this one here is number 9, not number 6. But it's so obvious that I don't think we need to worry about, you know, getting it mixed up. Now this would be the engine, number 10. And I think you're going to be surprised at how powerful that engine was. I can't remember where it was I saw it. I think it was something that Jim Steen sent me. I'll see if I can find it. It was quite a good documentary about this aircraft. And when you kind of see it close up and with people standing, you know, close beside it, then you realize it was maybe a little bit more heavy duty than what we think of it is. I think we think of something like what the Wright brothers flew in, but this was probably a pretty sturdy aircraft. Anyway, now here's a case where 30 frames a second is a little bit on the jerky side. But that's all right. We eventually come to a stop. Oh well, we'll get it later. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to back out a bit to get all of this in. Now, I forget the name of it, but, you know, we think of biplanes as being kind of old-fashioned and out of date and so on, but apparently there was a big heavy-duty biplane, upwards of around 800 or more horsepower, on a single engine, that was used, and I believe it is still being used to this day in Russia. It was a very successful design. Looked very antiquated, but it was apparently it was relatively easy to fly for its type, and yeah, still being used. Okay, that's one wing. Let's get the other one. And I'm hoping we're still in focus. I suppose I could have had this one with the numbers right side up. Okay, nicely detailed on both sides. Only one side is going to be seen, and that'll be the top side. Now the main part of the plane, the fuselage, is made up of two parts. Okay, we've seen that. Now the other part. Now the other part that has more of the tail and the tail wheel, which I can imagine acted as a rudder here. You can see it's sort of like a rudder as well as a wheel. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's just the molding of the plastic, the way it came out of the mold, or did they try to simulate a wood grain effect on the blades? I thought I saw it on this one here. Although on the hub is not the type of hub. This type of hub generally has sort of for variable pitch. And I don't think they used wood blades on variable pitched. Well, maybe they did. What do I know? I wasn't even alive back then. Let's just turn that over and see if there's anything on the other side. No, the other side looks... No, the other side looks very smooth, so it must have been just my imagination. I must have just thought I saw something. Yeah, this was probably a metal propeller. Now I think we made pretty good time here. It's only 6:20. What have we been at this for? Not even 2 hours. And I did other stuff in between. Now we got another sprue. No use videoing it because I'm going to do it pretty much exactly the same way, only probably 10 times faster. And yeah, I think that was kind of fun. So all being well, we'll be seeing you probably in about, I'm guessing, I'll probably post this tomorrow morning because it's going to take YouTube a while to kick it into 8K, and that's the whole point of this. So I'll be seeing you probably in about, some of you anyway, in about 12 hours from right now. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.